it's the same. We can facilitate together. So Jacqueline, Ireland, fantastic. Alberta, Ontario. Yeah, Joanne, woo woo, love seeing you here. Yeah, how cool is it that we can be from all over and be coming together in the round pen? So pretty cool. So welcome to the round pen. Welcome to those of you that are brand new here. Welcome to those of you that are coming back, right? That have been to previous round pens, that are showing up, that are participating and are here. So really, really exciting. Happy to have you each here. My name's Tamara Cinnamon, and let's get going. So we're going to be max an hour. I love to bring that up right at the beginning because in horse work, it's all about staying present, right? And can you allow yourself to stay present for an hour? It's such a big piece. And when we work in our pastures, we all talk about this a lot, right? But then we go to do something and we're thinking, how long is this going to be? Or I hope I get this done before my next client, or am I going to find any value here? Stay with us. Okay, stay in the present and let's have some fun. And so that really is our goal, is to pack a punch for you, right? The round pen is a place for peer-to-peer support. We really focus, well, Jessica and I, and I'll give an introduction in a moment, focus on up-leveling our industry. Okay, there is not near enough equine entrepreneurs out there. And so how do we all support each other? How do we get out of competition and get into collaboration? I don't know about you, that excites me. Anyone else? Anyone else get excited about the idea of, hey, we all have tools. What if we shared them with each other? So last time my slides didn't work. So let's see how I do today. Jess, I can see you. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I can. It is patchy though. So I'm not sure if that's just for me.
The screen's patchy?
Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. It's getting better. But no, I can see the words, so you're good.
Yeah, great. And we're not going to worry about it again. This is just meant for a place for us to be interactive. So quick housekeeping. This is meant to be interactive. And so at the bottom in your, there should be a little bar that comes up. There's a chat box and there's reactions. Use them. Post along with us, okay? Post in the chat. If we ask questions, answer them, right? We're all professionals here, okay? It's not the Jess and Tamara show. We're all professionals. Let's have fun. And here's the thing. There's an 80-20 rule. 20% of people make 80% of the money. 20% of the people make 80% of the impact. You are the 20% because you showed up live. I have another 100 and some people in my messenger that said, I can't come today because of whatever. Doesn't matter. It's all cool. Is there a recording? Yep. But they're not the 20%ers. The 20%ers are the ones that show up. But when you go to a group, when you go to any sort of a meeting, the top leaders sit in the front, they put their hands up, they post and ask questions. And so I'm excited for you to be here. If you can, put your camera on, okay? And mute if you can, because we all have a crazy life. And I have dogs here. We all have other things going on. So yeah, let's have fun. Sounds like I'm a bit patchy. We live very rural. We live off grid. We'll do our best. Okay. And yes, we are recording. So. All right. So who is Equine Assisted Way? Just going to do this quickly. Some of you have been here before. Some of you have been in the round pen for a while. Some of you are brand new. And so it's both myself and my partner, Jessica. And what we like to say is we're in the trenches too. Okay, so we both are fun-loving horse gals that are serial entrepreneurs. We both have spent our entire careers, whether in this or something else, in business. And so what happened for the two of us, about 2 years ago, we got certified. We went out, we built a business very, very quickly, separately, independently. And so I run Cimarron Way, she runs Seaman Herd. What we found out is within about 4 weeks, both of our businesses were full as we could be. I've had a wait list since the first 3 weeks that we opened. And our wait list is at least 3 weeks at any time. And for groups, it's like 6 months, okay? And what we realized is two things. Number one, there's such a need for what we do. Horse facilitated therapy, horse facilitated development, equine therapy, therapeutic riding. I mean, we all talk about these different words, but at the end of the day, horses and humans creating transformation and change. Okay. And so we realized the world needs what we have, but we need more equine entrepreneurs. Who's the equine entrepreneurs? It's all of us. It's each one of you, the 20%ers that showed up and said, we're going to do this. Okay. And so, yes, we do certification, which is premium certification for people that are already certified, to move them to a place of being able to facilitate in the unknown moments. We have premium programs ready to go, and we do mentorship. But beyond that, and probably what excites me more, is we do the round pen. The round pen is a place where once a month we show up and we bring value. We bring that place of tangible exercises. And some are going to be business, some are going to be mindset, some are going to be horses that you can actually move forward with. So let's get going. Fortune favors the brave and fortune favors the bold. That's each of you that showed up. And so today, Jessica's going to write down the names of everybody who showed up live, and she's going to do a draw at the end on the Facebook group. Okay. And so you're going to be able to choose. Some of you actually already have some of our programs, but you're going to choose between 1 hour one-on-one mentorship. And that's a call to catapult your business, your mindset, and your talent. Or if you win, you're going to be able to choose our sponsorship program. Our sponsorship program, I will say, should have been called a marketing program. For myself, that program in itself, and I'm a business, I'm not a not-for-profit, that sponsorship program itself has made it that we never turn down clients. I have never had one that I've had to turn down because of funding. I should back up. We turn down clients. We don't turn them down because of funding. Okay. And so a way to partner with local businesses to be able to ensure you always have funding in place, so that when people come along that cannot afford it, you can always be able to bring them through your programs. Number two, it also makes a guarantee you're going to fill your programs, because you can always advertise funding available. So whoever wins is going to be able to choose from one of those. So let's hop to it. The round pen. Professional facilitators inspire innovative ideas. I want to be clear that each of you are the professional facilitators we talk about. The round pen, whether it's here or in the Facebook group, is the place for each of you to be able to pop in and say, hey, you know, what do you guys think about this? Or this is working for me. Or, hey, I just had an incredible session and this is how it went. Okay. And so this week, or this month, or every month live, how to take ownership of your horse facilitated business to deliver impact in 2023. Such a good time of year. It's January. We're all coming out. It's like a clean slate. Some of you had a really good 22. Some of you had a really tough 22. Some of you felt like you were getting some traction and then maybe felt like it's all in your face. Some of you felt like you were booming, but you're close to burnout. This round pen is for each of you. So, taking ownership. Here's the thing. Your success or your failure has to be 100% up to you. That's what real taking ownership of your business looks like. Most people fail in business, not because it's too hard, because they don't take ownership. Each of you, take a moment and think back. Do you remember the day you got certified? Or maybe you didn't, but the day that you decided to open up shop? Do you remember the day that you picked your name? You got your website built, you got your permits that you needed, you opened up your group and you said, I'm open for business. Well, I'm here to tell you that that was the easiest day of your business. Okay. The easy part is opening up. And yeah, it's Cynthia. Yeah, you remember that. How exciting, right? That was the easiest day of your business. Yep, we got another yep over there. Anyone can open a business. The hard part is actually doing something in your business. Okay. Taking ownership of your business means you put all your chips in. You go 110% in. Okay. All your efforts until you reach success. Notice I didn't say 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, 1 year. So many of us, and I'd love to know if any of you are kind of willing to admit it, we put a timeline on our success. And we say, you know, in the next 6 months, this is what has to happen or I'm out, right? Success comes when it comes. And when we put a timeline and we say, it's got to happen 30, 60, 90 days, it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys have kids, I don't. But I have watched The Simpsons. And in the back, Bart says, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? All the way on the holiday until you reach Kansas City or wherever you're going. And when you get there, you're going to reach Kansas City as long as you don't stop driving. But did you miss the journey? Because all you did along the path was say, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And so if you commit 100% to your business to say, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for the long. Yeah, patience is a virtue in building a business. And it doesn't have to take a long time, but there's a big difference in the way you act in the world. When you show up, I'm here, I mean business, and I'm building my horse facilitated business, or I got this thing that I'm doing on the side. And this is not about time. Most, many people with businesses, not just horse businesses, are able to, on the side, do this with another job. It's not about time. Treat your business like a business, it'll pay you like a business. Treat your business like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. I'd write that down. That's something I've had in front of me for years and years and years. Treat your business like a business, it'll pay you like a business. Treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. All right. I love it. I love the chat. I love everybody jumping in. Exciting stuff. So let's get going. I got 5 to developing your business, 5 P's. Number 1, develop yourself first. This is so massive. I don't care what business you're in, but when we're in a business of transformation and change, you need to develop yourself first. This isn't about you being the guru. I'm going to talk about that later. There's no more powerful place to facilitate from than one step ahead of where your clients are, where you were just there and you just have overcome something. That is a powerful place to facilitate from. But we need to look at our own stuff. So how do you develop yourself first? There's a gazillion different ways, and there's a gazillion different teachers. One way that I love is to go hang out with my horses. First thing, get off the social media, go get into nature, go hang out with your horses. Let them facilitate you. Grab a book and start journaling, right? What's really going on for you? Listen to podcasts, speak up in the round pen. Start chatting, start spreading positivity, develop yourself first. Mindset is absolutely everything in business. You have to, we all have to, but in business, you need to work on yourself daily to tough it out because there are naysayers. And pardon me, that question right now, and I'm asking each of you is, do you truly, when push comes to shove, believe in yourself? And I'm talking 100%. I always say if you're 99% in, you're 100% out. That's the way it goes. And so if you're feeling like, ooh, maybe I'm not 100%, great. This message is for you. This message is for me every single day. If I can't develop myself first, I can't show up and 100% believe in myself, right? Yeah, Joanne, absolutely. Love that. Journaling. I can only see half names. So I see Werner as a last name, journaling. Yeah, powerful stuff. And so we can't talk about naysayers and we can't talk about believing ourselves without talking about the fear. I brought this up last time, but I'm just going to bring it up quickly. Fear is going to show up. When you start working on yourself and you get real serious, Juanita, I know you shared with everybody last time, you've lost a lot of weight. I'm going to guarantee when you step in and you say, I'm going to believe in myself, somewhere in that, the naysayers come, or the thoughts in your mind of the naysayers come. That's fear. And so I brought this up last time, but I think it's important to bring up every time. People say, feel the fear and do it anyways. Anyone heard that before? We live in an attraction world. Do we really want to feel the fear? I don't know about you guys, but I don't. But I do know that I need to acknowledge it. I need to acknowledge that it's there, and I need to acknowledge that it's not welcome in the room with me. And so we have to change what we say. Okay. And so if the fear comes up and says, you can't do that, you're not good enough, you don't believe in yourself, we need to shift our mind and get into the subconscious and start allowing our mind to work on something different. And so as opposed to, am I good enough? What would I do? Anybody want to finish my sentence? What would I do if I was 10 times bolder? Maybe it's just, what would I do if I was bolder? Okay. Acknowledge the fear. It's there. Acknowledge it like an uninvited guest. It needs to go. Okay. Yeah, there you go. There's a bunch of people. I love this. I love this. Everybody throw your stuff in, but start asking better questions. Okay. Start asking of yourself better questions. What would I do if I was 10 times bolder? Whatever comes up, and then listen, pause, sit in that moment and listen. Okay. And if any of you, started believing in myself after my certification. Awesome, Christelle. If any of you in the last month of it had any ahas with that question, I'd love you to post it in your chat. Okay. And that's something when I go on my morning walks, geez, Tamara, I'm not doing what I want to do. I don't know what to do. I switch that right away. That's just fear. It's uninvited. It's not, there's no room in my morning developing myself. What would I do bolder? What would the most bolder self do right now? Okay. So number one, developing yourself first. You got to get your mind right in order to get your money right. Honestly, it's 80% of the work. It really, really is. And it's not this work, it's any work. Okay. Yeah, use the phrase with the teen leadership group. Way to go, Cynthia. I love that. And you know what? This moves you in your business out of efforting to get clients to moving to inspired action. When you give yourself free time away from the screen, away from negativity, away from, the doubts, the shoulds, the coulds, the woulds, you move yourself to a place of inspired action. That's where ideas pop up and you say, "Ooh, I should talk to them. They would be perfect for what I have to offer." Okay. So here's my challenge for you on developing yourself first. For 1 month, I challenge you, and I'd like you to pop up. Are you willing to stand up to the challenge to be the most positive person in the room? The room can be in a group. It could be with your spouse, could be in the pasture, could be with the herd, could be with yourself. Okay. I guarantee for 1 month, if you agree to be the most positive person in the room, you're not going to recognize yourself in 30 days, let alone 60, 90 days. So hands up in the chat. Yeah, Jess, meditation. Awesome. Who's up for the challenge? I know I am. New year, new you. It's a great time to do it. Juanita, love to see the hand up. Way to go, guys. So number 2, I love this. Be laser focused and have a definite chief aim. Okay, so let's start off talking about laser focused. If you have 0 time for games in your horse business, you're laser focused. Okay, and you need to be laser focused to be able to go where you're going. To go where you deserve to go, you need to be laser focused. You need to know exactly where you're going, how you're going to get there, and why you're going there. I love the acronym FOCUS. So firmly on course until successful. You know, it's not just firmly on course, it's until successful. Okay. And that place is focused. And Joanne, too much for you right now. Totally fair. We all find that space for ourselves that works for us right now. And so when we say laser focused, it's laser focused to where you are right now, where you want to go. Okay. And definite chief aim. So something I'd love to tackle is the horse business is a serious profession. It is. So many, and I don't know why people in the horse business choose it and often act as if it's kind of a side gig, or we like to play with ponies. Guess what? As long as we keep doing that, so will other people, right? And they'll look and say, "Oh, you're, they'll weigh it out, what you do and what somebody else does, as 2 different things." Okay, and so it's a serious profession, just like any other business. Okay, it requires a skill set and training to be your best. Okay. Top business owners will tell you that success only came when they were laser focused and they decided to commit. So my question for you, and again, in the chat, have you, or are you ready to fully commit to your business? Awesome. Love it. Totally. Yes, absolutely. Bring it on. Lisa, yes. Anna, yes, absolutely. Awesome. Jane, love it. Yeah, illness impacts, but the heart is there. Absolutely, Kate. And that's the thing, is it's committing to your business. I want to be clear that my business, your business, Juanita's business, Diana's business, we're all different. Okay. It's committing to your business and where you're at. Okay. Lori, I call that back against the wall, and I honestly think it can be a beautiful place to be. I'm the only financial provider for myself and my horses. Ooh, that can feel like a ton of bricks, but it can also give you that place where, hey, imagine stepping into your laser focus and your definite chief aim. Let's talk about it. I love, guys, this is fantastic. Yeah, direction. Joanne, we're rooting for you, and I know you got this. It's pretty exciting. Tricks, totally in. Lots of people don't know better and need to be educated. Yeah. And we're going to talk about impact in a bit. That's going to bring this forward. So I love it. Great stuff. Oops, I jumped ahead too big. So definite chief aim. So Napoleon Hill was kind of a guru in like 1925, something like that. And he talks about definite chief aim. And I love this. It's something that's always been in my office and just something really powerful. Think of a ship with the complete voyage mapped out and planned. The captain and crew know exactly where the ship is going and how long it will take. It has a definite goal. 9,999 times out of 10,000, it will get there. Now let's take another ship, just like the first, but let's not put a crew on it. No captain at the helm. Let's give it no aiming point, no goal, no destination. Let's just start the engines and let her rip. Okay. I think you'll agree that if it gets out of the harbor at all, it will either sink or wind up on some deserted beach, a derelict. It can't go any place because it has no destination and no guidance. So what ship are you on? Do you have a definite chief aim? Or are you like the derelict ship that, yeah, COMC has never made a good captain? Which ship are you on? And here's the thing, totally cool if you say, you know what, I'm on the second ship right now. That's cool. That's what this is about. And this is not about, I showed up and I've got it all together. It's not that Tamara's talking so she's got it all together. This is about, do you have a definite chief aim? And can you see that if you are not laser focused, if you don't know where you're going, can you expect to hit the shore? Awesome. Yeah, no crew yet, but I'm the captain. Powerful, Lori, powerful. I'm in the captain. I got this. Okay. So number one, start with yourself. Develop yourself first. Number two, laser focus and have a definite chief aim. Number three, stop doing your business alone. Teamwork makes the dream work, guys. You're here, you showed up. I'm preaching to the choir. Tricks. I'm on my ship for a while, but I lost direction. Cool, you showed up. This is where you get to pull your compass back out. Teamwork makes the dream work. Here's the thing. Everything you need to be wildly successful in 2023 is out there. We live in a miraculous time. We live in such a powerful time where there is no more excuses. They're there. We need to make a personal decision not to use them because, again, everything is out there. We live in a time where the one beautiful thing that came out of the last couple of years is this conversation about mental health. That all of a sudden has become a conversation that is safe to use. Guess what we do? Growth and transformation. That's powerful stuff. Growth and transformation in the mental health field. Powerful stuff that we're now willing to talk about. So stop doing your business alone. Here's the thing. Every great leader, you talk to the Warren Buffetts, you look at the, what's the Virgin guy? I can't think of his name. Anyways, any of the great leaders out there will tell you they had a mentor, they had a coach, they had a mastermind. Okay. Look for a great leader. Look for someone that you look up to. I guarantee they're willing to help you. Why? Because someone helped them. Nobody gets to the top of their game without other people. It doesn't work that way. So at Equine Entrepreneur, we are building a mastermind. We're building a place where you get accountability, where you get everything you need that every month you can be building with that partnership, with that teamwork to build to the highest possible level. But in the meantime, find somebody, reach out, get into the round pen. There's people from all over the world in there that all have the same center passion of facilitating the horse-human connection. Okay, so stop doing your business alone. Get on Google, get on what you need. You're going to find your direction. Okay, deliver. So what were we called today? How to take ownership and deliver impact. Okay, so here's the thing. There is no impact without someone to deliver to. Okay, I'm going to say that again. There is no impact without someone to deliver to. Okay, so how many of you, I'm curious, got into horse work because you wanted to create change and impact? You wanted to help other people. Okay. Yeah, many free courses. You're absolutely right, Lisa. Fantastic. How many of you? Hands up. Yeah, But yeah, we need, I can see your hand. I can only see a few people, but yeah, hands up, Jessica, Cynthia. Yeah, of course. You know, we're seeing all these. Yes, you wanted to make an impact. Okay. I love it. I love it. So we found our peeps. We all want to make an impact. Okay. Pauline, yeah, beautiful. Helping people's key. Yeah, you know, I think they always said if you help people every day, you'll never work a day in your life. Something like that. Okay. But here's the thing. There's no impact if we're not delivering. So how do we start? And so there's kind of, I kind of feel like most people fall into 4 categories. And I'd love, again, throw number 1 if this is you. Help. I need clients fast. Okay. Is that where you're at? Right? I'm open. Maybe I've been open for a while. Maybe I just opened, but I need clients. I don't know how to do that. Okay. Do we have any ones in the group? I see a 1. I like your honesty, Jane. That's beautiful. Yeah, we got a Barb. Oh yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Awesome, Fiona. So we have some 1s. Okay. Maybe you're a 2. I'm really busy. I have a lot of clients, and I got to be honest, I spent some time last year in this myself. I'm really busy, but I'm way out of my lane. Okay. You'll hear me say, stay in your lane. What's your zone of genius? Who should you be working with? Okay. I'm really, really busy, but I'm out of my lane. I'm delivering, but I'm not creating impact. Okay. So, yep, we're busy. We have people coming, but I don't feel like we're creating the impact. Good. Heck of a time getting our veterans to show up. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. I see that. So we can chat about that. Transferring focus from horses. Now need people. Great. That's what Deliver is about, and that's what we're going to talk about. So if we have any 2s, throw them in there, right? Because here's the thing with the 2s. When you're busy, but you're not delivering what's powerful for you, you're very close to the big B. Anyone know what the big B is? Burnout. I saw a few lips move. You hit burnout. Yeah, Anna, Cynthia, burnout. You hit burnout in this business, you're no good to yourself, you're no good to your clients, and you sure are no good to your herd. Okay. All right. Where's my 3s at? This is something I've got a lot of messages in the last month about switching lanes. So I've always done horse riding lessons, and Fiona, I think you actually have, that's been big for you, but I've always done horse riding lessons, and now I'm being pulled. I know I want to get into EAL, or it was Fiona, EAL, or I want to do horse facilitated development. I want to do therapeutic riding. Again, we call them all the same. But everybody for me is used to me. They see me as a teacher. They see me as the coach that teaches horseback riding lessons. If you're one of those people, you should pick Jessica's brain sometime, because that was her background for sure. And making that switch, and why she did it, because of impact. Okay. Yeah. Or number 4, the secret agent. Every business has secret agents. So what's the secret agents? The secret agents are the ones that are frozen. They're excited. They know what they have in their hands. They're probably perfections. They're trying to get perfect before they tell anybody about what they do. Okay. And when they go out, maybe they have another job as well. And people say, oh, what do you do? And they say, oh, I'm a librarian. And they say nothing else. Or, I work in healthcare or something. And they totally ignore the fact that they're building a business following their passion. Why? I don't know. Fear set in. It wasn't perfect yet. I'm looking at good, it could be a million different reasons. And I appreciate, again, Jane and Lori, the honesty there. And Cynthia, picking multiple. It's huge, right? We got to know what our thing is, right? If we want to, it's great to be laser focused and have a definite chief aim, but not if we're not going to tell anybody about it. You got to know where you're at in business to be able to see where you're going. Okay. It's one thing to have the big vision, but where are you at right now? Alana, hey, you had a happy birthday this week. Happy birthday, Alana. 3 and 4. Love the honesty. 3 and 2. Yes. And 3 and 2 can go together, because you want to switch lanes, because where you're at is not impacting. Okay, perfect. We know where we're at. Let's figure out where we're going to go. So deliver impact. It's called marketing. Okay. And so you have to market your business. But as new business owners or business owners that maybe come from a different field, oftentimes we think, oh my goodness, I have to do what everybody else is doing. Okay, or have to do it all, and we get frozen in it. And so years ago, I adopted a very simple 2-step, I'm going to show it to you right away, marketing plan. I got it from someone named Denise Duffield Thomas, not this type of business at all, but I love the simplicity. Okay, so it's coming up slow, but it's coming. Number 1 is share. Okay, so you're writing this down. It's only 2 steps. Number 1 is share, but I've added to that your passion. Okay. What is it that makes you jump out of bed about your horse business? What is it for you? Okay. Is it working with children on the autism spectrum? Is it working with veterans? Is it working with women from the safe house? Is it working with schools? Is it, and then narrow it down from there. Is it working with children on the autism spectrum and seeing that moment where you drive by the school and you see them go speak with another child, and they did that because they figured out that emotional bridge with your horses? Is that the piece you're going for? And again, that's going way down, but what is it for you? Because if we go back to the last one, we talked about the lane, and Lisa was able to talk about lanes here. You got to know your lane. You got to know what you're passionate about. Because just to fill them up, and you might think, I hate working with kids. Guess what? You're going to hit burnout real quick if you've got a schedule full of children and you're really meant to be working with adults. Okay. So once you got your passion figured out, you need to share it. Okay. And you need to share it every single day. And when you come from that place of passion and that place of, you can't pay me to stop talking about it. You found your place. And so what does share look like? This is where I think people get really caught up. Share needs to look perfect. This is something that really helped me. I read a long time ago. Be a contributor, not a guru. This is not my thing. This is somebody else's. Okay. We all think so. Malcolm Gladwell, in his book, The Outliers, talks about the guru of 10,000 hours. That if you were to spend 10,000 hours doing anything, you become a master. You become a guru. Here's the thing. We already have our masters and our gurus. They have four legs. Okay. Your horse is your guru. You just get to contribute. A facilitator is a contributor to the conversation. Okay. So when you share, does that help? I'd love to know. Take the pressure off yourself. Stop comparing yourself to the other people out there. You got to figure out a way to do it your own way. Okay. And so with sharing, where could you share? Well, I got a list here. Do you like to speak? Okay. If you like to speak, where could you speak? Start writing this down if you like to speak. Rotary, Women in Business, networking groups, the radio, maybe there's some clubs. You could ask, Pauline's on the call. Pauline just went on a podcast. Pauline, put the name of the podcast in the chat. She went on as a professional to speak. She didn't have to be the guru, but she got to be a contributor on there to talk about Unoya, which is her horse facilitated business. Okay. So clubs, networking groups, empowerment events. I spoke in an empowerment event this summer at an animal sanctuary, right? Did it bring, does it bring great awareness to what we did? Sure. Was it something aligned for me? Why not? Speaking's my gig. Okay. Writing is not, but if writing's your gig, share your passion there. Okay. So if you like to write, offer to guest write. What about, though, I don't know where you are, but there's little horse magazines everywhere. Don't even offer, just send them an article. Okay. There's your local paper. Send them an article on what you're doing, right? Guess what? A lot of them will print it. And once they do it once, oftentimes they come back to ask you, would you guest write again? Okay, that could be a great one. Blogging, again, I don't write, but you could blog. Okay, it's just sharing. Sharing is marketing. So what about blogging? Offer to write a testimonial for your funders. So if you have people that do funding, maybe it's on a nationwide level, or maybe it's just on a small level. Write a testimonial. Really got to give a shout out to CKNW Radio. Appreciate all that they do to change the lives of youth. Send it to them. You think they're not going to post it? Of course they are. Okay. There's schools, ministries, social services, first responders. community services, doctors, social workers, clinicians, therapists, riding barns, local tax shops. What about reaching out to those people, right? Hey, do you guys ever have group? Do you have personal development hours that you've got to use up? Maybe I could come speak, right? Yeah, I apologize. I can't quite keep up with the chat here. So you could do all those things. Reach out to all of those people. If you're passionate and you're thinking, what would I say? Don't worry, I got you covered. I'm going to show you an email in a moment. Sponsor events, right? Put on a sponsorship on an event. Do a scholarship. At Summer on Way, we do a scholarship at the local school once a year. And we give out a scholarship to someone going into the agricultural field. We go and we hand out the scholarship as well. Okay. Again, you got to pick there's a gazillion ones. There's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube videos, giveaways, walk and talks where you invite people out to come meet the herd, right? Complimentary. I'll tell you, I have never done a come meet my herd for compliment. And the reason I do a complimentary is because it's about stewarding my animals to make sure that we are a fit for them. They'll be a fit for us. Everyone loves to work with the herd. It's whether we're a fit for them. Okay. I've never had one person come out to that hasn't showed from there, bought a packet session. And the least amount of sessions I've ever done out of a walk and talk is 4. Why? They come meet the gurus, right? I'm just there to ask great questions. They come meet the gurus, get more people. That's what Share's about. Open houses, virtual open houses, flyers, newsletter, business cards with perks, right? The perk can be come to our meet. Yeah, Cynthia, you do that too. So what I'm trying to drill into you in a 2-step marketing is share your passion. And number 2, make offers. That's it. What is make offers? This is what our herd does. We'd love to have you out, right? It's complimentary. Would you prefer Thursday or Monday? Mornings or afternoons? You write it up. Reach out to me by email. If this is of interest to you, reach out to me by email. Everything you put up, you have to understand this is business and business is sales. And I hate to tell you that because you're going, oh, geez, I have to do that. If all you did for the rest of your business was share your passion every single day and make offers when you share it, you will have the booming business you're looking for. That's the marketing plan for every business in the world. Share what you do best, be a contributor, not a guru, and make offers every single day. That's it. So here's my challenge. I talked about Malcolm Gladwell and his 10,000 hours. We don't need 10,000 hours because we already have a guru. Okay. What if you did 100 hours? What if in the next 30 days, and let's not even say hours, because hours throws, it's not about hours, it's about context. What if you shared your passion 100 times in the next 30 days? And if you don't like 30 days, this is your business. Pick 60 days, pick 90 days. I don't care, right? It's up to you how you want to create impact in 2023. What if you shared and made an offer? They go together. There's no space between it. Share, make an offer. Share, make an offer. Okay. And the offer can become to meet the herd. The offer could be, can I meet you for coffee to chat about it? Okay. The share could be, the share can be, can I come to the Rotary group and talk? And the make offers could be leaving your business card and say, I'd love to catch up with you. Okay. Share, make offers. And so what if each of us committed to 100, not hours, 100 shares and make offers in the next 30, 60, 90 days? Where would your business be if that's all you did on a marketing? So who's in? I got my chat open. I'm in. I'm doing it because I know the power of that. Okay. Juanita, I saw a hand up. I love that. Tiffany's in. I love it. Yeah. Perfect. Jane, Alana. And if you're not in right now, cool. Make a decision to be in on a level, yeah, challenge accepted, that works for you in the impact, the ownership and the impact that you want in 2023. Okay. Share in your own way. I don't blog because I don't like to write. I like to speak. I shouldn't say I like to speak. I'm better at speaking. So that's where I show up. Find the place that you're best at and show up that way. Okay. So on that note, I would love to bring in Heather Luby. And if you can unmute yourself, Heather, or if Jessica can unmute you.
Hi.
Ah, there she is. I haven't been able to see very many of you because the way my screen's set up. Heather, I am so excited that you're joining us, and this is the perfect time. And so when we talk about deliver, we're talking about marketing. Heather she's phenomenal. We've never actually met. We've only ever met this way. She is, I'm going to say founder because I think it's different. She's a founder of a nonprofit. And everything we talk about here, whether it's business or nonprofit, it works on both sides. Okay, so she's the founder of Healing on Mains in the United States. You should go check her out. She's powerful. She's young. She's powerful. She's excited. She's head over heels passionate about horse facilitated development. And what has always drawn me to her is this place of, she just pops an idea and she does it. And she realizes that she has to share and she has to make offers. And that's how her not-profit and is going to survive. But that's also how she's going to create impact in the world. And so she just did the Kris Kringle Horse Mingle, which I think is so fun for Christmas, which was a fundraiser for Healing on Mains and of course supporting mental health. So Heather, I just want to hand it over to you for a minute or two, just to inspire people on different ideas and how that played out for you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad you pulled the pictures up because I was getting ready to find them on my computer because the pictures just came out amazing and it made my heart so happy. So Healing on Mains, I'm in New Hampshire. If anyone else is close, we should totally connect. But it's very small right now, but we are actually growing quite a bit this year. And I help 8 to 10 children every 8 weeks. So this last year we saw about 25 kiddos. And this year it looks like I'm predicting to do around 32 to 35. So, but the fundraiser that we did for Healing on Mains, this Kris Kringle Horse Mingle, which the name is hilarious. My boyfriend came up with it. So I do have lots of help in all of the marketing departments because I am not a one-man show. I let my board members help a lot with all of this stuff because I was taking everything on all at once and I really needed to step back and get help from everyone around me. So he came up with the name. There's 2 gentlemen who were Santa for us at the event. The second one was actually a professional Santa, and we've already booked him for next year because apparently you have to book like a year in advance to have Santa come visit. And basically what we did was we had a cute little photography setup. I'm friends with a photographer who really believes in what we're doing. We've all struggled with mental health in our own ways, and so her and I really connected about that, and she volunteered her time and talent to be at the event. Both Santas volunteered their time as well. And we had my horse, Scotty, who is the main equine facilitator in our lessons. And one of the other horses, Noah, who's just super, super sweet with all the kids. And we had people sign up for picture slots and they came in and actually got their pictures taken with Santa and the horses all in the same picture. So it was an amazing fundraiser. The feedback that we got on it was to actually have it be more expensive. We only charged $35 for every family to come through. And people were like, oh, you could easily charge $50, $60 for this. We had cookies and hot cocoa and everything in the house that's right next to the barn. And the kids were able to color and everything like that. But the main event was them coming out to meet our horses. And so they got a picture, they got the digital downloads, like 5 pictures of each family, and they got to meet Scotty and Noah. So it was really wonderful.
Awesome, Heather. And how exciting. And so what do you think that the biggest spinoff was? Obviously you're raising money for what you're doing. Was it awareness? Was it like, what was that piece for you?
It was really about letting people interact with horses who probably would never choose to interact with horses. It was a really fun way to get families in because a lot of times, and we're so focused on mental health, so it's like kids who have experienced trauma. And with this event, it was just come meet our horses and get a family photo, a nice way to pull family together, which is super important for kids and especially anyone that's experienced trauma to have that support around you. but to really get them in to be able to see, oh my gosh, these animals are so big, but they're so gentle. And most of the kids and even the adults that were there, that was their first time meeting a horse.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I love that. Like you say, it's that. And people don't know what they don't know. Right. And so I love it, Heather. You're doing really, really great jobs at a great job at Healing on Main. I know that you focus on longer term and, really tangible change for your clients. And so I love following you, watching you. Great idea. Thank you for sharing it here and being willing to be open to, sharing your knowledge there if there's anybody local and nearby. So the point is, this was something you were powerful at. You found, your husband had a great name. You found a photographer because you had a friend. You thought this is something you want to be live and you could do. The message here is do it in your own way, right? You can see her grinning about it because she loved every moment. If you go on her site, you can see how it was something she was super passionate about, and so that's really the key, is finding your own way. So thank you, Heather. I appreciate it. So Cynthia, I see you do something similar, Christmas at Crossroads, right? How cool. And so find your own path. That's the big thing here, is find your own path of least resistance. The way you might be thinking, as Heather's talking, like, it's beautiful, the photos are amazing, but I don't have a setup for that. Great, then that might not be your thing, right? You might prefer to, so many different ways. And so thank you for sharing. And so I just want to give you 3 tips on sharing, and then we're going to move on to our last one. Number 1, be useful. Okay, don't just share to share. When we're talking about, reaching out to 100, or someone here said 20, or someone said, I'm going to pick my own number. Great. I love people who push back and say, I'm not doing 130. I'm doing 20 this year. I don't care. Everybody's got their own business. The idea is just to share and grow. Okay, share, make offers, right? Heather, again, this for her is a passion. She's already booked Santa for next year. Fantastic. You may do an event and think, I never want to do that again. I did one, I'll be honest. I did a large kids group last year. And after I finished, I said, that was super financially successful and I will never do that again, right? You got to find your lane. So number 1, be useful. Don't put out stuff just to put out stuff, okay? What is actually useful and valuable to your clientele, okay? Whoever those people are, okay? Be useful, be inspirational, okay? I don't know, but hearing Heather talk was pretty inspirational to me, to see how excited she was that people could come, families that would never show up there, that had never met a horse. Powerful, right? Wellness programs, cool. You bet. Whatever it is for you. So be useful, be inspirational. If you're going to show up, make sure it's something you can show up inspirational about. And number 3, be real, right? What worked, what doesn't work, where are you going? You can be the most positive person in the room, being real about what's going on. Okay, so get out and share, be useful, be inspirational, be real. Thank you, Heather. So many people say to me, I don't know what to say. I would do this. I would reach out to my 100 people, but I don't know what to say. Don't worry, you don't have to read it on my screen here. This is going to be our January round pen challenge. This will be in the round pen, so don't worry, you don't have to try to read it right now. This exact email, and you can tell it's the exact email because it still has the blue little underline where it doesn't like the writing. I sent this email out to 4 schools in our area. I live in an area of less than 1,000 people. So I just want to be clear that in your mind, if you're thinking there, this is great for you guys, but our area is small. I want to point out 2 things. Number 1 is that it's about your passion, not the size of where you live. And number 2, if you bring enough passion, people will come from all over the world to see you. And it's happened here. So the challenge is this. You don't have to use my wording, but I want to make it easy for you. This email built at least half, if not more, of my youth business. It built it too much that last year I actually had to stop bringing in more youth because it was becoming too heavy, and that's not my zone of genius. Okay, and so I'm going to put this in, but this is your challenge for the month. Tweak it, use it, send it. Good enough is good enough. The whole thing is progress over perfection. Share and make offers. I shared with them, hey, there's a new school counselor in town and they eat hay, right? Give them a catchy, something to grab onto. In the middle of the email, just saying, hey, I'm new. This is what I'm doing. You might be interested, you might not, but would you give me the time to get together and chat, right? Keep it simple. Again, all 4 of the schools invited me in. All 4 of those schools have done full grief days where something happened in school, invited me. Leadership programs, putting their children through that. The school counselors bring out children to come as one-on-ones, as well as I've gone into multiple mental health days, bringing the herd with me. That is a huge amount of business from 4 emails. It's about being bold, guys. So it'll be in there. Feel free to use any of the wording. And on that point, feel free to use anything we ever bring up, okay? All right, impact. This is my favorite part. Here's the thing about impact. Do you actually understand the power of what we do? There's no point in delivering if we don't understand the impact. I am 100% mind blown when I walk into a session. I allow the herds to be the guru that they are. I sit back and I watch the magic of the horse-human connection. I'm blown away every single time. But there takes a lot of trust to that. You have to trust yourself on impact, to trust your herd, to know that your herd knows what they're doing, to know that that's why we choose horses and not dogs or chickens or whatever else. That would be a lot easier, maybe not chickens, but horses or dogs would be a lot easier to haul around than I load up my herd and I load up my whole round pen to go for a grief day when I could just bring a dog. There's a reason we don't work with dogs. Do you understand the power of that? Do you truly trust your herd? Do you trust yourself? Do you allow them that place of facilitating in the unknown moments and knowing that no matter what, it's going to work out because they know so much more than we do about what's going on. I would say oftentimes they know more than the person knows until we get going. And so can you give up that control so that you can really find that place of impact? There's no point in delivering if you don't have impact. And so when we do, we get to step back, pardon me, and allow the magic of the horse-human connection. It can be so simple, but we make it so hard. And so, yeah, there's no other animal that can do it like horses. Scientifically, no, there isn't. Mentally, emotionally, no, there isn't. And I often tell people, I can give you all the scientific research in the world, but it's that often undescribable, yet always undeniable piece that happens between horse and human. That's what we work with. That's what we sell. That's what we share. And that's how we make an impact. So I'm going to finish up with one story. I'll just let me check time. I don't want to be late here. I want to finish up on one story, give you a challenge, and we'll get you out of here on time. But here's the thing about impact. So I had a girl come to me, teenager, 16-ish, come to me. She had been a few times. And she came, and our horses work at Liberty in about a 13-acre pasture. Okay, so they're at Liberty. They can choose to work or not. And the beautiful part of that is that people have to be vulnerable. They have to show up. They have to be present, as do I, or guess what? The herd ain't showing up, right? They only show up for the big things. And so her and I are walking in, and I met her, the road was muddy at the time. I met her at the gate and we're walking in. So we had a bit of a walk. And she showed up and she's fuming. And you know, when people, like, you can feel it seething out of them, the negativity, they're just not in a good place, right? She'd been a few times before, so I knew a little bit of what was up. But we're walking in and she just says, I have no idea how the horses are going to work with me today. Like, oh yeah, things are bad, Tamara, things are bad at home. Okay. And so nothing to do with her. She's got a hard go at home. She's got a dad that's got a lot going on and things are tough. We're walking in, and this was that place of letting go of control. Because prior to her coming, I was thinking, what are we going to do today? And I couldn't kind of grab on anything. It was one of these weird ones, like, I don't know what it is. So we're walking in, and the herd is nowhere. And there's this moment of, oh, do I really trust that this is going to work? Like, the herd is nowhere, and I've got somebody who I'm not a therapist. Our horses provide absolute incredible therapy, but I'm not a therapist. And I'm down there going, maybe I'm over my head, maybe I am. And I hit this point, yeah, Juanita, you've been there. And I just thought, I just have to trust the process. I need to stay present. And it's really our 4 pillars. I need to stay present. I need to allow this to be what it is. I need to be aware of what's going on. And I need to really trust. And so I'm just trusting. And so we're just kind of talking, and we're coming in, and she just says, she's just like, I just can't handle it. His whole life is out of control. And my life is out of control, and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, my herd of 5, I hear this thunderous hooves coming. It is so powerful. I wish I had a drone. And I hear this thunderous hooves coming down. her and I are standing in the middle of kind of an open area and these thunderous hooves, and all of a sudden all 5 of them come and they start circling us and they start going faster and faster. And it was about the size of a round pen area. So it was probably 50 to 70 feet. And they start running around us, 1 lap, 2 lap, and they're just going faster and faster to the point the dust is up and all you can hear is hooves. And it's just dust and hooves. And as quick as they came, they were gone. And the dust settled. And I turned to look, and she falls to her knees and breaks down. And, you know, so give her a moment. And she looks up to me, and I wrote it down because it's so powerful. I had to write it down as soon as she left. And I always want to say it right. She said, it's like I'm standing in the middle of a tornado. I'm standing in the middle of a tornado that will never end until I make the decision. I am not my dad. I cannot control what he does. And it was this mind-blowing place. And she sobbed. Do you think I could, if I was the one to say, I'm the guru, I'm going to make this happen, could I have made, like, it's so cocky to think I could. This place in that youth, and the session went on to her finding this place of who she is and what her power is. And we just sat on a bale and we just talked. And as she found the place of who she is and the power she is, the horses started to come back one by one by one and stood around her on a bale, not eating, head nodding every time she could find that place of who she is, how powerful she is, and realizing that that tornado has nothing to do with her. That's the impact that we bring to the world. And it's from that level that we can share what we do. So my question is, will you actually commit? And you're not committing to me, you're committing to yourself to take ownership and deliver impact in your business in 2023. Because here's the thing, if you can find impact, listen to stories, find your own stories, allow your horses to do what they do and stop kind of feeling that you need to micromanage it, you're going to find impact. If you can find impact, you'll start delivering, you'll start marketing, because from that place, I can't not share. I can't keep my mouth quiet. That's why we have an equine entrepreneur and an equine assisted way, because Jess and I can't keep our mouth shut because we see the power of the horse-human connection. So find your impact. When you find that impact, you'll start delivering. When you start delivering, make sure you got a team and some accountability and people around you who are cheering you on. Okay? Find that laser focus and that definite chief aim that's set for you, not for me, not for Heather, not for Jane or Anna or Juanita. Find it for yourself. Okay? Decide the level of impact that you want to bring to the world and bring it in your own way. Share and make offers. And make sure you develop yourself first. It's from that place that you get out of efforting and you find inspired action. So when I talk about committing, I always say commitments are based on results. The rest of it's lip service. So what are you truly, and if you want to pop it in the chat, I love that. What are you committing to in 2023? What's the impact and the legacy you're bringing in horse facilitated development to the world in 2023? Trauma-informed DL certification. Wow, powerful, Heather. Finishing her bachelor's degree. It's going to be a big year. Yeah, Trix is committing. I love it. So the world is looking, I guarantee looking. My facility is full, not because I'm phenomenal at what I do, it's because I believe in the impact of horse-human connection, and I want to share it with the world. I am laser focused on that because it's not about me. It's about the growth and the need for mental health growth and transformation in the world. So yeah, do you dare to show up? That's what I want to know. If you dare to show up. So that email, yeah, trust in the horse, Pauline, so powerful. So that email that I had on there, it's in the round pen. I'm going to pass it over to Jess just to talk about what is the round pen. Some of you are new, and go over what's next. So Jess, if you want to unmute, I'll pass it over to you. I think we're hitting the hour.
Yeah, I'll just wrap up here quick. Thank you everyone for joining. It's great to see some familiar faces and some new ones as well. I have written down everyone's names that attended. So I'll be doing a draw for either the one-on-one business coaching or the sponsorship program such a great program. I can't say enough good things about it, like for your business, the impact you could create in the funding, even creating a reputation in the community that you're in as well. So I'll be posting a live when I make the draw for that in the round pen in the next 24 hours. If you're there already, great. If not, you can hover over the QR code, take a note of the link right there as well, or search in groups. Such a great resource. There's PDFs you can download. There's the sense of community because everyone's there is passionate and does the same things that you do. And I guarantee if you have had a struggle and you post in the round pen, you'll have 10 comments of the people that have the same struggle as well. Same for sharing wins. You know, that story that we just heard from tomorrow, like how inspiring was that? Like if you have some stories as well, post them in there. So next month's call, February 13th at 1 p.m. MST. I just want to say, like, this call is every 4 weeks and it's the same time, the same link. So I'd love to see you there every time. And before I open it up for maybe a couple of questions, I'm going to stop the recording.
Perfect, Jess. So as you do that, I'll just pipe up quick and say, yeah, and we'll